Unfortunately, yesterday was a terrible night of games. All games were bad in terms of competition, but we had the one game which was the Lakers and the Knicks game, and this game was amazing and actually over delivered. This game was the only game that lived up to the hype, the only game that was equally competitive, the only game that felt like it was equal competition, and we got our money's worth from this game. First and foremost, Luka Doncic and LeBron are amazing. Like I can't stress this enough. These two together are amazing. I know in the first half, Luka Doncic came out and had 13 points in 10 minutes, and then ended the half I think with 18 points. He did have 3 turnovers. The Knicks were hurting him a little bit in terms of they were too physical, and Luka didn't know how to respond. They threw him off a little bit, but eventually he got it together and he was good and he did exactly what the team needed him to do, exactly what JJ Redick needed him to do. And the rest of the team really delivered. And honestly, to know that the Lakers' shots weren't really falling and they were only down by 9 going into halftime, they were up in the first quarter by like I think 3 or 4 points. It was kind of amazing to see because throughout the beginning of this year, and even with Anthony Davis was there, we were saying the whole time the Lakers defense is not it. The Lakers defense is not it. The Lakers give up a lot. The Lakers this, the Lakers that. But they are not getting out hustled these days. And they're on I think an 8 game winning streak. They're playing really, really great right now ever since the Luka trade. And everybody else on the team is coming together. Everybody is performing at a very high level. Everybody is doing their part, and especially yesterday against a team in the New York Knicks who is built for aspirations to win a championship. The Lakers came out here and they really performed, and especially the second half, they held them to only 49 points in the second half before overtime. The Lakers fought back and won. The Lakers held the Knicks to 24 points in the third quarter and only 15 points in the fourth quarter. And they outscored them in the second half to the point where, especially in the third quarter, they outscored them by 1 point in the third quarter and they outscored them in the fourth quarter and then tied the game and we go to overtime, and this is really where the Lakers won the game. And I'm gonna first start off by saying Jalen Brunson was a problem for this Lakers team. I know I just gave them a lot of credit for their defense, but against Jalen Brunson, they couldn't stop him at all. They couldn't stop a thing. They couldn't do anything to him. And whenever he got past them, foul. Whenever it was his turn to score and he had the ball in his hand and he was looking for a play, foul. They could not stop him. They could not stay in front of him. He was too crafty, too shifty for them, and overall he really hurt the Lakers. And he had 39 points. So I will say, get well soon. It sucks that he went down, and it sucks that he rolled his ankle the way that he did. And I know he rolled his ankle on Austin Reeves' foot. However, it was an accident, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows that. But it was really bad to see, and it really was painful and hurtful, especially when you was watching this game and saw how entertaining the game was. And honestly, paying attention and watching his style of play and watching him turn up and the fourth quarter and overtime and watch him try to take over the game. And knowing that he is the second best player in clutch time in terms of points, he was really about to take this game into his own hands and win the game. And basically try to make sure that if the Lakers were going to win this game, they had to get through him. And he had his handprint and his fingerprints all over this game until he went down. And even when he went down, he came back and hit those 2 free throws. And this is very big because nobody else on the Knicks really had it going. Like, Cat came back and he gave you like 14 rebounds, but offensively he was like 3 of 14, 3 of 15. He was getting fouled a lot, and he also fouled a lot. Mikal Bridges didn't have a great offensive game. He had like 6, 3, and 3. OG Anunoby looked like he had a great game, but honestly, I don't know if it was a great game. It was a decent game. Josh Hart looked like he was about to turn up, but Jalen Brunson going down really hurt the Knicks, and this is really big for them because this is what they depended on to basically win them close games down the stretch, and he wasn't there. Overall, I think this was a great game. I just wish that Jalen Brunson didn't go down. I wish that he was able to sit there and play, and I wish he was able to finish out this game because I really wonder if the outcome would have changed. I wonder how much it would have changed, and I wonder if we would have had a double overtime. Because the way he was playing, the way the Lakers were playing, especially Luka Doncic, came out in overtime in the first like 2 minutes and hit two threes and basically got the crowd up on his feet. And the Lakers just looked like they were about to run away with it before Jalen Brunson took over and before he went down. And then he goes down, and I just knew from that point on, it was like a minute and 20 something seconds left. I knew it was over. I knew the Lakers got this. The Knicks just don't have another guard that can just plug in for Jalen Brunson. And I was thinking they'll go with Cameron Payne, but they didn't. That's because sometimes Cameron Payne does have his offense going, and sometimes he does go for like that scoop layup, or his threes will start to fall or something. But they didn't go with him, and I also thought they didn't play through Bridges or something like that because Bridges has proved to be a great scorer on other teams, especially like on the Nets, the Suns. So I thought they might go through him. And he even has won them a game. I think it was on Christmas, if I'm not mistaken. I think the Knicks did beat the Spurs, where Mikal Bridges and Victor Wembanyama both had 40-point games. So I thought they might go through him, but they didn't, which kind of threw me for a loop because Kat was off the whole night. Kat just came back from dealing with personal issues. It was honestly, I don't know, bro. Like the coaching for the Knicks is kind of questionable. Like if you don't have Jalen Brunson, if you have one of your main guys, I feel like for them it's really hard to plug in somebody, and they're gonna go through a lot. And I hope he's able to come back and play tonight against the Clippers because I mean it's a back to back. He played a lot of minutes yesterday. He couldn't put any weight on his ankle. He couldn't do anything, and I was just it was really bad. Honestly, it was really bad. But I hope that he's able to play today against the Clippers, and if he's not, then please sit this out and come back when you're ready. The way his ankle rolled is really, really bad. Like, it was terrible. For the Lakers now, Luka Doncic and LeBron both had 30-point games. LeBron had 12 boards. Luka had 12 assists. LeBron had 8 assists. Luka had 7 boards. Like, this was great. And everybody I seen was mad at, like, Luka Doncic for having 3 turnovers and him getting bothered by the Knicks defense and him crying to the refs and even picking up a tech. But this is Luka. This is Luka's game. This is how Luka plays, and this is who you guys got when you traded for Luka. But this is kind of like I kind of like a little cost that comes with Luka. But you'll be all right because eventually he's gonna win the game for you, as you can see. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it's something that you gotta live with. As a Laker fan, you're gonna have to live with this. Luka Doncic is gonna have his nights where he is bothered, where he's not knocking down his shots, and he's spending a lot of time just crying to the refs and yelling and arguing with the refs and picking up technicals. There's times where Luka does do that. There's times where Luka turns over the ball. There's times where Luka tries to do too much, and if he executes, it doesn't look like he's trying to do too much. But because he might not execute, now it looks like he's doing too much. And what was really big for the Lakers was what JJ Redick said. I think it was like the third quarter, and they were like playing, the coach's audio or whatever. And he was telling them, look, I like our defense right now. It's picked up. We're playing amazing defense, and our shots are going to eventually start falling. And they did. Because I think the fourth quarter, Connect hit like 2 threes that were super clutch. Vincent hit a 3. If I'm not mistaken, I think Luka even hit a 3. LeBron had a huge 3 that he bombed. It was amazing. And I remember I called that shot too. I was like, I think I forgot who missed. It was a rebound though for the Lakers. They were coming down. I'm sitting thinking, oh yeah, it's LeBron's gonna hit this. Like, there's no way LeBron's gonna miss this shot right here. Like, I just felt it. Like, when you could like sense a shot about to go in, or you can feel a shot about to go in. Well, I had exactly that when that possession happened. And when LeBron hit that 3, I was like, yeah, either the Lakers are going to win this game or they're going to tie it. And then the game-winning possession for the Knicks was so crazy because you would think Jalen Brunson is going to be the one to take that shot. The Lakers double-team him. I think they even sent like 3 guys at him. He gets the ball to Josh Hart. Josh Hart shoots the ball, but unfortunately didn't have enough time, and he just didn't count. Like the shot didn't count, and we go to overtime. But the Knicks would have won that game. Like they would have won that game if he was like just 1 second or 0.5 seconds earlier. Like, but it is what it is. They won the game. Congratulations. I seen Steph Curry put up 40 points on the, I think it was like a 22-point comeback or something like that, 20-point comeback. Congrats to him. We all expected this to happen once they got Jimmy Butler. I think they were playing against the Brooklyn Nets. Terrible team. So who really cares at the end of the day? But shout out to him. Shout out to everybody on the Warriors. Uh, I guess a great game for him. 40 points. I mean, he's been on a scoring barrage right now. A 56-point game, a 40-point game. Like he's been going crazy. I think it was like a 38-point game in between those. So shout out to Steph. But we knew this was gonna happen once they got Jimmy Butler because it opens up the floor a lot more for Steph. But anyways, thank you so much for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. I know I'm getting sick and tired of talking about the Lakers and the Warriors too. But the thing is, bro, like these days they kind of deserve it. And the other teams, like we know what to expect out of them, but this is like a new look that we are now just seeing. We've only had like an 8 or 10 game sample of this, so of course we're gonna be talking about it. But anyways, thank you so much for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. It's my second time doing the intro. This will talk with E. Safety.